What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Jump Ball Central. Today we're looking at 6 NBA players who hate LeBron James. First up, Kyrie Irving. Despite winning a championship together, Kyrie Irving didn't have the greatest time next to LeBron James. He didn't enjoy taking a backseat to James at all times, as well as not receiving credit enough for his contributions to the team. Irving requested a trade from the Cavs since he wanted to run his own team, as he didn't want to be seen as James's sidekick anymore. Considering that James tends to dominate the ball on his teams, it's understandable that some fellow All-Stars may struggle to adjust, especially since some players want to be in the spotlight as much as possible. Next up, we've got Larry Hughes. For 2.5 seasons, Larry Hughes got to play with LeBron James as members of the Cleveland Cavaliers. The team had just started making the playoffs in the James era, and Hughes was expected to provide plenty of assistance in the postseason. That didn't come to fruition as Hughes' levels significantly dropped off, which is why the Cavaliers traded him mid-season in 2008. Since leaving the team, Hughes had thrown some shots towards his former teammate James. Based on some of his comments, it's safe to assume that Hughes wasn't a fan of James's playing style on the court. Next up, Ricky Davis. Ricky Davis believed that he would be the face of the franchise even when LeBron James arrived to Cleveland in 2003. He went as far as to claim James was a great addition to the team since he could provide him with assistance. Needless to say, Davis only played 22 more games for the Cavs prior to his trade to the Boston Celtics. While he didn't clash with James behind the scenes, they simply had no chemistry on the court, which wasn't a surprise since Davis thought very highly of himself and perhaps underestimated LeBron James as a player. Next up, Mo Williams. Considering that LeBron James was highly responsible for Mo Williams' one-time All-Star appearance in 2009, you would think that the latter would adore him. They definitely got along very well during their first stint together from 2008 to 2010, which is why he was brought back to the team when James returned in 2015. The duo did get to win a championship as teammates, although Williams' role was significantly reduced the other time around. But they had a falling out that affected their friendship away from the court, as told by Williams himself, who didn't quite enjoy his second stint as James's teammate. Next up, Mario Chalmers. Mario Chalmers was often seen as the weak spot for the Miami Heat during their Big Three era. He did have some impressive showings from time to time, but he was also prone to disappear and make mistakes on the court. That's why LeBron James was caught by camera going off on Chalmers a number of times, as two got into it from throughout their run with Miami. Chalmers was simply not a fan of James's antics, especially since he believed himself to be a far greater player than he really was, claiming that he was a top 10 point guard in the league at some point. Yikes. And finally, Isaiah Thomas. There were huge expectations on Isaiah Thomas to come in and immediately deliver for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was the main returning piece in the Kyrie Irving exchange, so it is understandable as to why the team as well as fans were somewhat impatient with Thomas. He wasn't thrilled about being partially blamed for the Cavs' struggles, as well as criticized for his lack of efficiency. An opportunity to play with LeBron James didn't turn out the way Thomas had hoped, as they didn't exactly gel on the court or even away from it, which is why Thomas didn't last half a season before getting traded. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video of Jump Ball Central. If you enjoyed, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below which one shocked you the most. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.